Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. And in this video we are going to take a look at the Walgreens Exclusive Jigsaw figure from Marvel Legends Supervillains. Let's open them up and have a look what's in the box. Now this one comes with a whole bunch of accessories, which is really cool. The figure as itself pretty much is what you see on screen. There's no alternate hands or heads or anything, but you do get a whole bunch of accessories. So you get a nice silver baseball bat there. You also get like a shotgun or a sawn-off shotgun, and there's some little holes in the end there as well for some effects that we'll just have a look at in a sec. You also get a pair of knives. These are your standard knives. We've had these with loads of figures. And you also get this kind of machete. We saw this machete with the Rider's Punisher figure, but with a slightly different handle. You also got two blast effects that fit in those little holes at the end of the gun, and you get two of these smoke effects as well. I'm a big fan of these effect pieces for the guns. They're great for displays and for action figure photography. Let's just have a look at making the smoke effects. It kind of gives the illusion of like a smoking barrel. So in a picture it looks like the shot's just been fired, and that looks really nice. It's like a dark grey as opposed to the white ones that we've seen previously. Now the blast effects I've had a little bit of an issue with, because they're your standard blast effects. We've had them on a few other figures before, but the barrels of this gun are really close together, so the blast effects don't really fit in properly. And I've twisted them around. I've tried different kind of combinations, and if I'm doing this wrong, please somebody in the comments tell me how I've done this wrong. But I can't seem to get them to fit without cutting them down and adjusting them side by side. They go off in different angles, which I think is a real shame. It would have been nice maybe if they'd kind of sculpted a new blast effect piece for this with like a double barrel effect. And after all, we got special effect pieces for the hood figure, so it would have been nice if we'd got one for this. Let's have a look at the head sculpt. Now he's got his little collar here as well, the little metal collar that goes with Jigsaw, and that looks quite cool. But the head sculpt on this is phenomenal. It's one of the best head sculpts I've seen on a comic book figure in quite a while. It's just so detailed, and the sculpting that's gone into it is next level. Everything from each of the little kind of staples and plasters, the little cuts, the little kind of markings on his face, the kind of deformed pieces around his mouth. There's like even a big scratch there on the back of his head with like a staple in it as well. There's just so much detail that's gone into that head sculpt. It really does set it off, and it kind of makes you forgive the fact that this is just a suited body figure. Now this jacket piece doesn't come off, but it does bulk the figure out. So without that jacket piece on, it's pretty much just your standard run-of-the-mill suited figure. So it's still got pins on show. They've been rolling this figure out for this mould for quite some time whenever it comes to a suited figure. But you've got this jacket piece over the top that gives you the waistcoat and the jacket, and it does make him a bit bulkier, which works really well in my opinion for this figure. And I think when he's all assembled and put together, this is a really decent Jigsaw. Now there's two hands on the figure. One of them is a trigger finger and one of them is a gripping hand. Now you can put all of the accessories in all of the hands, but naturally the shotgun only goes in the trigger finger. Now let me just get the Rider's Punisher, because there's a lot of weapons that are similar to what came with this guy. And this is, for me, this is one of the better Punisher figures we've had in recent years, just because I think the head sculpt's really good and it's completely pinless. And you can see here, shoulder to shoulder, that the Punisher does stand a little bit taller and is a bit bulkier. But I think that kind of works for the dynamic between these two. Now naturally Jigsaw and Punisher do go hand in hand. You know, they're tied in on the comic books and stuff, and Jigsaw is seen as one of the villains for Punisher, so it's good to have the two of them in hand at long last. Now I'm not going to compare him to any other figures, because as I said, he's just your standard sort of 6-inch suited figure with that additional jacket piece. Having a look at the hands here, as I said, we've got one on the right hand side that's the trigger finger, so that's where the shotgun goes, and the other hand is just a gripping hand. Let me just tell you what, let's put we'll put a knife in this hand and we'll put the shotgun in his other hand. But yeah, the weapons, the accessories are really nice. They've all got like a metallic finish. They've all got like a silver kind of paintwork to them, which means that they all look quite uniformed and they stand out really nicely. The black and silver stands out really nice against the white of the suit. But all in all, this is a really cool figure. I'm really loving the Supervillains wave and additional figures that they've added to it. So the exclusives like the Zemo and obviously Jigsaw. I think it's really cool that we're getting some of these villains that we've been asking for a long time. And Jigsaw's one that I've definitely wanted in my collection for a long time. and I fully recommend that if you're a fan of Punisher or Jigsaw as a character, then go and pick this one up. You won't be disappointed. He is really cool, and he's going to look really good next to some of the other bad guys I've got on the shelf. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. I'll see you soon.